guys, it's Mian, and this is Beauty with Me. You may have noticed that the national conversation around weed is changing, and the beauty industry in particular is abuzz with excitement around a particular ingredient called cannabidiol, or CBD, the non-psychoactive component of the cannabis plant derived from the stalks and stems of hemp. Thanks to its anti-inflammatory properties, brands have been infusing this stuff in everything from salves to lotions to facial serums, touting its ability to soothe aches and pains and treat skin conditions like acne, eczema, and even wrinkles. I have been absolutely inundated with emails around CBD infused everything, and now I have tried my fair share of CBD products, some that I love and some that I don't love as much. But when I found out that Hungarian facialist Ildi Pekar launched a CBD facial, I knew I had to give it a go. I tried it out, obviously, and spoiler alert, it was the most relaxing facial I've ever gotten. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, make sure you are subscribed down below. Beauty with Me comes out every Monday at 11 a.m. I've done a few stories on CBD in the past, but I wanted to learn from Ildi herself, who's been using the ingredient for years. When I got to Ildi's spot here in New York City, we immediately sat down to talk shop. So I want to ask you all about CBD, because obviously I'm going to be getting your CBD facial today.
So CBD is a great ingredient. CBD is not new, it's been in the market forever. They use them in the 30s, 40s for medication. CBD is made for inflammation. So pretty much everybody has inflammation. And doesn't matter if it shows up in your skin or shows up in your health. So taking it or putting on your skin, it has a lot of benefits. You know, a lot of people think about CBD it's a drug. CBD does not necessarily have THC anymore.
If you're looking for a CBD product, what's a good little threshold of like how much CBD you should be looking for in a product for it to be working?
I recommend to do research on the company. I think there's a lot of companies out there, they don't extract the plant right away, or the right way. They come in different strength. I'm sure you saw 50 milligram, 250, 500,
yeah, there's a lot of information out there, and it's confusing to know how much you should be using.
Very confusing. So being just well-being, 250, max 500 is fine. If you have kind of chronic illness, you could go above 500.
So I'm about to get your CBD facial.
You should feel really, really relaxed. You should feel really calm. You're gonna be a very good people to be around today.
Not that I'm ever bad to be around any other time, right? They're not saying anything.
They're not saying anything, yeah.
Once I was clear on what to expect, it was time to start the treatment, which Ildi described as more of a full body experience rather than a facial, thanks to CBD's ability to soothe and relax muscles. Unlike most treatments, Ildi started off by giving me a gentle massage using her CBD-infused massage oil. Then she gave me an optional tincture, which Ildi created to allow her customers to ingest CBD orally.
It tastes really good.
Tastes good?
It doesn't taste like
it's not
bitter at all. And I've tried other ones before.
The stevia takes the bitterness away, so it's easier to swallow it.
Then we got to the facial portion, which was pretty standard. Ildi started with a gentle cleanse and then a nice chemical peel. Once my skin was all exfoliated though, that's when things got a little weird. Ildi brought out an electrostatic polarization machine, handed me this like metallic rod that was meant to ground the electricity in my body, put on these like white glove things and started massaging my body using electricity. The device is designed to send vibrations through your skin and muscles to improve circulation, soothe muscles, and drain lymph. It felt really strange. It didn't hurt at all. I will say I was nervous that it was gonna hurt. She handed me this like the metal rod and I was like, oh man, this is gonna shock me. It didn't at all. It actually was super relaxing, a very gentle massage through my body. I just felt vibrations all over and it was a very zen experience. Once Ildi had done a full pass on my neck, arms, and face, she did a little bit of LED therapy and brought out the big guns. Ildi applied a CBD-infused mask all over my face and then used an oxygenating machine, which uses negative ion therapy to do everything from relax to balance your skin's pH. Now, this machine was super weird, and it was probably the machine that I was most excited about. It looks like a space helmet. She took this big plastic bubble, put it over my face, and told me that it was gonna be pumping oxygen in, I was gonna be super relaxed, I might even have to fight the urge to sleep. Once I was in the cocoon, she put on the vibrating gloves again, massaged me more, and I fell into this like really deep, beautiful nap. Now I know that I fall asleep in pretty much every facial that I ever get, but this one was different. It was the most relaxing sleep I've ever had in a facial, even like in massages. It's really hard to describe because Ildi basically predicted everything that I would feel before I felt it. She was like, you're gonna feel like you're floating in the bubble. You're gonna feel like your eyelids are getting heavy. You're gonna start, your speech is gonna get slower. She turned on this beautiful music. The massage was so nice. And then, I mean, I started snoring, which I don't think I do. I've asked my boyfriend many times and he says I don't snore, so. But anyway, I woke up after 30 minutes feeling so rested. It was just a really nice way to wake up. It was nice, I don't know. Then Ildi put on some of her skincare just to protect my skin and moisturize, and told me to drink a lot of water and set me on my way. I totally agree with Ildi when she says that this facial is more of a full body treatment than it is a true facial. Sure, my skin was definitely like less puffy, less red, more even after I emerged from the cocoon, but it really was the like deep sleep and then relaxation, the muscle work that she did that made it so unique to me. Sadly though, CBD is an expensive ingredient. Ildi's facial is not cheap at $400. While it is legal to sell CBD, apart from making sure that there are appropriate levels of THC in the CBD itself, the stuff is largely unregulated. And there's obviously a huge placebo effect that can happen when you're using products like this. That being said though, there's a reason why so many people use CBD as a treatment for everything from sleeping disorders to period cramps to eczema. There's still a long way to go when it comes to CBD and beauty, but it's still an exciting field nonetheless. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next on Beauty with Me in the comments down below, and let me know if you would ever try this facial. Please click here to subscribe to Refinery29. Click here to watch another video, and follow me on Instagram at mian.chan so we can hang out there too. See you next week. Bye!